In this next lesson, we're going to talk about dividing exponents. So what I want you to think about when we do this, we can actually write this out as 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 over 5 times 5. When you have the same number on top and bottom, they can cancel out. This is going to leave you with 5 to the third. If I do that over here, 4, 5, 6 over 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 cancel out. I'm left with m squared. So we have 5 and 2 are our dividing exponents, and we end up with 5 to the third. M to the sixth, m to the fourth, we end up with m to the second. So when we are dividing exponents and they have the same base, what you actually end up doing is just subtract the exponents. So in this example, n to the 25th over n to the 8th, 25 minus 8 is going to give you 17, so n to the 17th. In here, 3 minus 7 is going to give you x to the negative 4th, which is 1 over x to the 4th. Over here, look at your x's. You're going to get x to the 3rd. Look at your y's, y to the negative 6, so x to the 3rd over y to the 6th. When you get here, you can actually just draw a line. 5 and 2, they're going to end up on the top because there's more up on the top. There's 3 more on the top, so when they get canceled out, the 3 on the top remain. If you look at the y's, the bottom has more, so when you actually cancel these out, you're going to remain with y's on the bottom, and there's 6 of them. It's kind of another strategy to think about it. You're still doing the same idea of subtracting, but you're kind of doing it a little differently and automatically placing it instead of working with negatives then. Let's look at example number 7 down here. So if I look at this one, negative 2 over 14, I need to simplify that fraction, which is 1 over 7. Look at my y's. I'm going to end up with more on the top, so I'm going to leave this as negative y. There's going to be 2 more, so y to the 7th, y squared over 7. If I take a look at this, I can go ahead and move this down if I want. So I'm going to have 2 to the 5th times 2 to the 2nd. So I get 1 over 2 to the 7th power. Or I could have done negative 2 minus 5, which gives me negative 7, which would have told me to move it down anyway. Flip it over. In this one, this is m to the 1st. 1 minus the negative 4 is 5, so this will just be m to the 5th. In this one, they are going to swap around, so I'm going to get b to the 7th over b to the 4th. More on the top, b to the 3rd wins out. Over here, look at your x's, x to the negative 3rd and x to the negative 3rd. They're the same on top and bottom, so they're actually going to end up canceling. So I'm really only working with my y's. I'm going to have 2 more on the top, so y squared is my final answer. Let's take a look at example number 12 here in this row. So, kind of a couple ways that you can look at this. One of the strategy is just deal with your negative exponents, kind of clean it up first and then go from there. I'll approach it that way here. So I'm going to just do this. Start off, the 4 is going to move down, A will stay, B moves down, C moves down. I'm on the bottom, the 1 is going to move up, the A will move up, B will move up, C will move up. So 1 to the 5th is just 1, 4 squared is going to be 16. Took care of that. Look at these A's. They're the only 2, so I'm going to get a to the 7th on the top. Look at my B's, 7 and 2. B is going to remain on the top. It's going to win with 5. C1, C5, we're going to end up on the bottom with C to the 4th. And there's your final answer. Take a look at example, let's do 15. So 3 is just out front. These all get power of a power first. So I'm going to have 3 times m to the negative 6 times n to the negative 12 over down here. These are all going to get power of a power. M to the negative 10th, n to the negative 16th. Got to do we can clean up at this point. So we're going to do 3. This will move down. This will move down. This will move up. This will move up. So M's, I'm going to keep the 3 up top. M will win out on the top. N will win out on the top. And there's my final answer.